Hi everybody. It's been quite a while since I've put a video together for everybody, and it's lovely to be able to talk to you again. I wanted to just focus today a little bit on what's going on with coronavirus. Obviously, looking at the clock over there, 11:59 tonight, we go down into yet another 6-week lockdown. Now, as disappointing as this might be, it's obviously an issue that we need to deal with. Look, my previous videos to you were primarily during the months of March and April, when we had an enormous amount of volatility going on in share markets in relation as a reaction to what was going on with coronavirus. So I wanted to push out a lot of information at that time to keep you informed and let you know that the recovery was on the way. Now, that recovery has actually taken hold. And for all of our client portfolios, we really couldn't be much happier given the fact that we had such a massive correction back on the 23rd of March. And then everything has really sort of got back to sort of around about the realms of where we were. So I don't really want to focus today's discussion too much on investment performance, because investment performance is pretty boring anyway, as you know. But what I wanted to talk about was a little bit about the psychology behind this virus and about how we're going to deal with what we're looking at coming into another period of lockdown. Now, of course, I'm speaking lockdown to all of my Victorian clients. I know a number of you are in those lazy, hazy states where you're not going to have to worry too much about this, but certainly the majority of us are here in the Victorian lockdown. Look, the first point I wanted to make about this was just a bit of an idea about the psychology. And then secondly, just a few tips that I've got on how we can sort of get through this and come out the other side. So look, the psychology of it is very interesting. And it works around this idea that we're going to feel a bit of stress. We're going to feel a little bit of anxiety. And that's come about largely, I think that the vast majority of us don't think that we're going to die of coronavirus. But what's actually happening here is that something or somebody has actually altered our perception of the future. Now, when a human being has that perception of the future altered, it becomes very, very stressful for them. So take, for example, somebody who might have got a very poor medical diagnosis where they've been told that their life is going to be shortened. That the main source of stress for that person is that something or somebody has altered their vision of the future. So kind of if you can get a little bit used to that concept and understand it, it makes all of this a little bit easier to come to grips with. So now just 5 quick tips that I've developed for you to think about as we go through these next 6 weeks. The first one is, and the first one's a really kind of quite a lighthearted one, but we've got to stop just buying things because we buy stuff. We've obviously got a little bit more money at the moment, given the fact that we're not spending money on petrol or going out, going to the cinemas, all the things that we used to spend it on. So what I want to encourage you to do over these next 6 weeks is actually save a bit of money. Put a bit of money aside. The next 6 to 12 months is still going to be pretty tough. And I think that's a good idea if we just build up the savings account at the moment and make sure that there's a little bit of a reserve sitting there for us for the future. Now, the second point is to make sure that you stay connected. Make sure that you talk to family, friends, talk to us, talk to people. Make sure you're communicating, because the last thing you want to be doing is just sort of getting under that doona and hiding away. We want people to be, everybody's feeling it exactly the same. So it's just a matter of making sure that you're talking. Neighbours, people, people in the community, just make sure you keep talking. The third point that I wanted to make was to read a bit more. We've got a little bit more time in our hands here. So how about we read a little bit more? I've just used an online book delivery facility called Booktopia. You can get a book delivered, have a look at what they've got online. You can get a book delivered in, literally 24 hours. I've just finished a very interesting book about the Spanish flu pandemic of 1920. And that sort of has amazing parallels with what we're going through here. So do some more reading. It's good for the soul. The other one is obviously the one that everybody's harping on a little bit at the moment, but it's really important to stay fit. Make sure that you use your exercise time well. Make sure that you if you can, you know, exercise in the house. Look at getting some of these, you know, there's the Jane Fonda style workout that never hurts anybody. So give that a go. The final point is, the fifth tip here is believe in the future. Don't give up on the future. The bottom line is we are going to be in lockdown for 6 weeks. This has an end. This will end. It will come to a conclusion. And we know that. And we know that you've just got to keep working towards the light at the end of the tunnel. Don't give up on this, because it's, you know, it's a serious issue, but it will form a part of our history. We're going to look back on this and talk about what happened in 2020. Or, you know, we're going to be telling next generations exactly what this was like. So, look, just from my team, just reiterating again, myself, CG, Melinda, and we get help from Laura as well now. We're all working towards a common goal, and our common goal is, all of our clients have different goals and objectives, and we're working to make all of them happen. But the primary objective that we've got, the primary reason for being for us, is to deliver our clients a better life, to work with you so that you can use your money to get the things that you want in life and to live that better life. That's the formula that we're looking for. We're working extremely hard. I know that, you know, probably we look a little bit like a duck. We're fairly calm on the surface, but underneath the waterline, there's a lot happening. And there's a lot happening in managing your portfolio, looking after that primary goal of making sure that we can, if it's whatever it is, whether it's tax or whether it's investment, whether it's debt, whatever it is, we're looking always to improve the lot of the people that we work with. So thank you very much for being a client. Good luck through this. I'm going to push out a couple more videos during the time just to sort of let you know how we're all going. But take care of yourselves. Do stay away from the virus, and do as we all are, which is to get through this, which I think we will. So thanks for listening. I'll talk to you soon.